What is going on, BCS Army? Justin here, and it is time for part 2 of my Ken Onion Work Sharp series. Today we will be covering the basic sharpening with the Ken Onion Work Sharp. And I have a somewhat damaged cheap Ozark trail knife. Definitely recommend anybody that is just getting this product to start out with a very inexpensive knife when learning how to use this. And as you progress and get better and start using your everyday carry knives, I would definitely recommend masking tape off the blade, because the guides of this, which I do not even have on yet, but the guides that you have for this, that your blade slides into, as you're sharpening, and the belt will be throwing metal shavings and debris. So that will get stuck in between there. So just a heads up for that. I have scratched blades with this before. I'm not going to masking tape up this because it is a cheap one, like I said, which I recommend beginning with. So first we will start off with the heaviest grit. This is the extra coarse belt that it comes with. The grit is P120. And all right, so just slide in here like so. This is spring loaded. And you have your degrees right here that you can adjust it to. We will set this, let's go with, I think I'm going to go with a 22.5 degree today. All right. I wasn't sure what would be the best angle to go about this. I figured top would go. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, I would like to mention also there is a lock, so you can lock your button. There's a knob on the bottom to adjust the speed of the motor. All right. So I don't want to go real high speed, especially with the more coarse belt, because this is going to tear off material. And with the serrations on this one, you're not going to want to go all the way in. So what I basically do, just right on there. And as you get to the end, you won't really be on the guide. So you'll just have to kind of hold the memory of the guide. And the one thing you definitely don't want to do when doing this is, as you're pulling along, when your blade gets to right about, maybe about halfway on the belt, you want to remove it. If you continue with your pull, and if you actually hit down here on the very edge and your blade comes off, it will take the tip right off your blade. So that is a big one. So just remember, I would say maybe 3/4. Once you hit about the 3/4 spot of your blade or your belt, go ahead and just remove it off of there. So let's go ahead with a few more strokes, maybe 5 strokes each on each side. See where we get. We'll move through the progressions as we go. And you don't want to put any weight pushing into it. You just kind of want to set it in there, and you're just guiding it into place. You're going to hold it into position is all you are doing. The belt is going to do everything. So now that we've gone through the progressions on the first belt, you're going to want to definitely unplug this when you do this, just as a safety. So now we do our spring. And we'll move on to the next belt. Make sure this is the right one. Now this is the X65 course, which that is a shape belt. The first belt was for, it says tool sharpening and knife repair, basically. Knife repair, I had some rolls in the blade on this knife, so I took it to the courses. So this is the sharpening one. And the bases are the same all the way through. We'll see if I can get you guys another angle on this as well. There we go. And you're going to want to make sure to, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, but I just want to get you guys a different view of that. You're going to want to make sure to do even strokes on each side of the blade. And you can already see it coming too. I don't know if I'll be able to get this in there, but I had some rolls in it before we started because it was a cheap knife and I used it to pry staples out with. Yeah, I know, not for a knife. All right, so the next belt we're going to move on to is the X22 course or grit. This is the for sharpening, sorry. Bleh. Sharpening. Who says that? Sorry, guys. All right, so once again, let's get that in there. And also mention there's a little switch right here. Let's see if I can just throw it off. So yeah, you can see how the belt is a little off now. So you adjust this over here. Belt's getting better. All right, you can see now the belt is centered. So I adjusted that all the way to those sides. So now we're going to go on to the third belt. Wipe the blade off. We are definitely getting closer. And feel that edge on there. I'm trying to whip through this quick. I mean, if I wasn't doing an explanation on everything, we would definitely, I would definitely be done. So I'm just, you can see how fast you can whip through some of these things, depending on the damage of your knife, of course. Touch-ups. When you have touch-ups, you don't even have to go through the entire belt progression. You can usually just do the last few belts, maybe the last 2 or 3 belts, and just hit them up real fast. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is the fine belt. This is the X4 is the grit, and this is for honing the blade. Like I said, if you just have something you need to hone quick, they got the honing blade. see what we got. And you can see now, let's see if I can get that nice mirror edge on there. Let's see. We grab something, see what we got. There we go. See if I can get a bite on this now. There you go. And just a quick, simple, few little steps with this. Boom, boom, boom. I went from a knife that had some damages to it to a nice, beautiful mirror edge. So, and razor sharp. You can do it in just a few minutes. Me personally, I don't really use this. I prefer the grinder attachment, which we will be getting into in the future. All right, that's all I really have. That's your basic knife sharpening for the Ken Onion Work Sharp with the original attachment on it. There is guides on it for if you have longer blades. Doesn't do much good for something that's smaller like this, but a kitchen knife or something like that. So you got the guides on there. These are spring loaded, but like I said, definitely recommend taping your blades just to prevent scratching. But all right, guys, you've seen it real quick, simple. It's pretty easy. Stay tuned for the future parts. I got them coming out later. All right, everybody, it's Justin from Blue Collar Survival. You guys stay safe.